Good day, kids! I hope you are doing great. Welcome to another MathTerrific learning. For this video, we will talk about how to read decimals and how to write them in standard and in word form. First, let us know what decimals are. Decimals are parts of whole things. They are a little like fractions, but we write them in a different way. The following numbers are examples of decimal numbers: 1.2, 34.56, 78.910. Any number that has a decimal point is a decimal number. Decimal point separates the whole number and the decimal part or fractional part. Now, how do we read decimals and how do we write them in words? Let's take this 2.48 as our first example. To be able to read this decimal number correctly, we follow some steps. First, read the whole number. So, in this example, we have 2 in the whole number. Next is to say "and" for the decimal point. Then, read the number in the decimal part. Take note, reading this number is similar to the reading of whole numbers. So, in the decimal part, we have 48. Lastly is to say the place value of the final digit. In this example, 8 is the final digit, and its place value is hundreds. So, we read 2.48 as 2 and 48 hundredths. Again, to be able to read decimals correctly, follow these 4 simple steps. Now, let us try this example. 0.053. In this example, the whole number is 0. If there is no whole number, then immediately read the number in the decimal part. We do not read 0 as well as the decimal point. So, in the decimal part, we have 53, followed by the place value of the last digit. The last digit in this numeral is 3, and its place value is thousands. So again, when 0.053 is read correctly, it is 53 thousandths. Now, let's talk about reading amounts of money. Money is one of the applications of decimals, and it is very important that you know how to read amounts of money because this is part of our daily life. Let us have this amount as our first example. In the first part of this video, you have learned that the whole number and decimal parts are separated by a decimal point. In this example, we apply the same concept wherein you see that we have 2 parts that are separated by a decimal point. Pesos on the left part, which represents the whole number, and centavos on the right, which represents the decimal part. Remember that pesos and centavos are 2 monetary units that we use in the Philippines. Now, how do we read amounts? First, read the number that represents the whole number or the number on the left part of the decimal point. So, we have 25, followed by the word pesos. Then, mention the word "and" to represent the decimal point. And lastly is to read the number on the right of the decimal point. 10, followed by the word centavos. Again, this amount is read as 25 pesos and 10 centavos. How about this given amount? If there is no whole number, then immediately read the number in the decimal part. So, in the decimal part, we have 70, Then, mention the word centavos. This amount is read as 70 centavos. Let us practice. Read the following decimals. Great! 5.9 is read as 5 and 9/10. How is 10.01 read correctly? Good! It is read as 10 and 100. Try this one. Nice! The correct way to read it is 12 thousandths. Read this amount. Good job! The correct way to read it is 25 centavos. Try this. Awesome! This amount is read as 150 pesos and 5 centavos. Were you able to read all the given decimals correctly? Great! You did well. Now, let us talk about how we write decimals in standard form. Given this first example, 24 and 7/10, what is the decimal for this? In writing the decimal in standard form, it is important that you are familiar with the place value. Let us place the given digits in the place value chart. When writing a decimal number, always look for the word "and". This will be our separator for the whole number and the decimal part. "And" represents the decimal point. 24 is our whole number, while the 7/10 is our decimal part. So we place 24 in the whole number, 4 under the ones place, while 2 is under the tens place. Then, on the right of the decimal point, we write 7, which is under the tenths place. Let us have another example. 3 thousandths. If you have noticed, there is no "and" in the given, meaning there is no whole number, so we write 0 on the left of the decimal point. The thousandths place here means that there are 3 decimal places, meaning there must be 3 digits in the decimal part. And since 3 is in the thousandths place, then 3 must be placed under the thousandths place. Then place zeros under the tenths and the hundredths place. So again, to write this in standard form, it is 0.003. To check your understanding, let us have this another practice activity. Write each number word in decimal or in standard form. How is 70 and 7/100ths written in decimals? Great! It is 70.07. 920 and 9/10 is written as correct, 920.9. The standard form of 60 thousandths is good, 0.060. How about the standard form of 12 and 12/100ths? Nice! It is 12.12. 20 and 22/100ths when written in standard form is good job! 20.22. Were you able to answer all the given correctly? Very good! As for your last task, I challenge you to answer this. Using the given, form a decimal and express it in standard and in word form. 2 in the thousands place, 2 in the hundreds place, 8 in the ones place, 9 in the tens place, 1 in the thousands place. Your 30 seconds starts now. Were you able to give the same answer? Great! That's all for now. See you again for our next MathTerrific learning.